So the Arc Raiders glaze finally got you, huh? Welcome, welcome. Come on in. The water's fine. Before you jump in and waste 2 hours losing your first good gun to a killer Roomba, let's make sure you actually know what you're doing a little bit, huh? Ouch. Oh, I got knocked. I'm dead as a doorknob. Get it in.
3, 2, 1. Oh my god, the missile landed.
So, in case there are any shinies in here, here's a quick recap in case you somehow avoided all the promo for what this game is. Arc Raiders is a third-person PVPVE extraction shooter with big open maps, killer robots known as Arcs, and other players who are somehow not as bad as the bots. Think retro sci-fi analog Tarkov, but with a bit more explosions and a lot more robot whiny noises. Hey buddy, please don't look. Oh, shooting. Oh. So for some of you, you may already have an idea of how the game loop works for Arc Raiders, but some of you might be completely new to the genre. Like I said, Shinies.
Shinies, sir? That's right. Your armor. It's shiny and new, just like you.
For Arc Raiders specifically, your gameplay loop will most likely look something like this. First, you'll load in with either gear from a custom built loadout that you made yourself, or a randomly generated free but usually low tier kit provided by the game. Once you hit topside, you'll scavenge for more gear, better gear, higher rarity gear, materials. You will need these. We'll touch on this in a quick second. And anything else you can get your grubby little loot goblin paws on that you think is worth your time while you're up there. While topside, you most likely will run into some arcs like I mentioned before. Things such as ticks, wasps, pops, hornets, rocketeers. Stay away from the rocketeer. Stay away. He will kill you. No question. Homie's just like tree sentinel, just waiting for all the new little guppies to come out of the hidey hole so you can blow them up. Don't do it. You may also run into some players. It is a PvP game too, after all. Some are nicer than others. It's not always shoot first up there. At least in the solo lobbies, trios is usually like Grand Theft Auto free roam lobbies, but you also got 2 people backing you up. So, and then if you somehow don't die in those interactions, you'll be able to extract whatever goodies you got, go back down to base, craft, upgrade your items, upgrade your character, maybe grab another quest or 2 from the vendors, then head up topside and do it all over again. In practice, it's not as easy or as straightforward as you would think. Speaking of repeating, that's another beautiful thing about this game. Since it's not like a hero shooter or a battle royale, there's no specific set role or goals or objective that you have to achieve that is kind of forcing everyone to do the same thing. You can kind of do whatever your heart's content. You want to take the new LMG you just got and mow down anybody in your path? You can do that. Want to be a little rat and hide in all the corners and nibble up all the scraps and pick off any stragglers? You can do that. Want to focus solely on the bots as much as you can and PvE your way out? You can do that too. You want to grief other players and ruin somebody's day or run? You can also do that too, you little bastard. Money runs, lore runs, quest runs, loot runs, whatever you want to do, most likely the game will allow you to do it in some capacity. And regardless if you die or extract, either way, you're coming back down to Speranza to the base. And this is where we get into the progression and the crafting things that I was kind of talking about a little bit earlier. This is the piece that I would definitely like to emphasize for any of our new people who might have jumped into the server test or server slam test like a week or 2 ago and realized like a day or 2 into that test that you couldn't use like 80% of the items you found. Well, you definitely want to change up on that mindset right now. Remember those rubber components you walk past? Remember those electrical materials you walk past? Remember that key you walked past you thought you didn't need? Well, it might just be the thing you needed to upgrade that workbench so you can make that new gun that you was looking at. See where I'm getting at? Pretty much, you'll soon learn that everything you pick up in Arc Raiders has some type of crazy purpose. Either you can use it as materials to craft a thing, or you can use that thing and dismantle it into new pieces to craft something else, or you could even sell them if you're in a tight spot and you need some cash. Now look, I'm not saying when you go up there just start filling your pockets and grab everything that you can, because you'll soon realize that there's a weight system in the game and you'll be over encumbered and you're just a walking loot bin for someone to come pick up the pieces from. But it's okay, because you'll soon realize what you want to go for, and then you'll realize what parts you need to get what you want to go for, so on and so forth. Oh, and I almost forgot, Arc Raiders does give us a little something to make your life a little bit easier. Everybody say hello to Scrappy. Scrappy, everybody's favorite rooster, will be there in your workshop to give you a little extra materials after some time, and you can also upgrade Scrappy to give you more of said materials in shorter intervals. Speaking of upgrading Scrappy, you can also upgrade your Raider. Once you're done doing all the shooting and looting, at some point your account level will level up, and while things are simple right now, every sort of account level will transfer over into a skill point for your Raider. So if you want to run for a longer time without running out of stamina, if you want to loot faster or search bins faster, or maybe take less fall damage when you're running from a Rocketeer, you can put those points into specific perks for your Raider so you can do more of that. And also, for anybody interested, be sure to stick around for later videos, because I'm working on something to kind of help people navigate those perk trees a little bit better for some early game stuff, because there's a lot of perks in there and you might miss out on some good early game stuff that you don't want to grab when you're like level 20. So once you have all your notebooks, protractors, and slacks, you're ready to head topside again to start the whole process all over. Like I said before, this is a PVPVE game. And I just want to add, while you're up there, you are in a living, breathing, untamed world with both PvE and PvP events. Engagements pretty much ready to happen at any time while you're up there, with constant Arc patrols, some of the Arcs even guarding key exits or high value areas. You will most undoubtedly run into them while you're up there. And while you're hiding from them or fleeing from them or even fighting them, you also might run into a player who's looking to third party you or help you out. Or better yet, vice versa. You might be the one that's ready to pounce on someone who's fighting a robot, and you might be looking to either help them out or get an easy kill. Or even better yet, you might be fighting somebody else up top, and the Arc robots come and third party both of y'all. Both y'all get blown up by a Rocketeer or popped by a Tick or zapped by a Hornet. Who knows? The beauty about the game, you just don't know. So be sure to come prepared, young readers. Be sure to come prepared. And lastly, some quick tips for all the Shinies out there. At least early game and early on, take advantage of using those free kits. It's low risk, high reward. Yeah, you might go in there with a kettle, but you could come out with a level 4 anvil or a purple shield or a new key or something. And hey, if you die, well, it wasn't your gear to begin with anyway, so no sweat off your back. This game also gives you a lot of clues, both audio and visual, for when things are about to pop off or someone's about to shoot you or things are about to happen. So as you're up there, kind of be on your P's and Q's and take a look to see what some of those sights and sounds may be. Also, early into your journeys, you most likely won't have Raider hatch keys, which, just quick side note, those are keys to allow you to have ulterior exits, usually safer exits, while you're in raids, so you don't have to use the big main ones. But again, since you probably won't have those early on, just be mindful that you'll be using those main exits, and they all aren't treated equally. They all have their own timers for when they're going to be open and closed, so you got to make sure you're aware of the timers on that. And naturally, there are going to be hotspots for both Arc and people, so keep your eye on that as well. And lastly, just because I've seen a couple people do this, don't forget to load in with ammo and rounds and health. The last thing you want to do is go up to the top side with a Pharaoh with no bullets. All right. That's my Doritos crash course on Arc Raiders. Now go on out there, get fried, and when you're done getting fried, come on back for my 10 things I wish I knew video that I'm making. If you want to skip some of those early pains, I've got you covered. Be sure to subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. Arc Raiders, I plan on making a lot of content for gameplay, and I'm trying to do more tips and trick stuff as well, just because I know it can be a little hard to grasp all the things. So if that's your jam, be sure to stick around for more. I do a lot of other FPS and shooting content stuff on here as well. So if that's your jam, be sure to stick around. And yeah, peak is finally here, people. See y'all topside.